Well, we've reached the end of our time on preliminary matters related to New Testament study. But before we dive into the actual text of the New Testament, it's important for us to ask the question of how exactly we got our New Testament. The word for this process is canonization, and we'll be looking more closely at the process in class together. Your reading for this week comes from Bart Ehrman, a very respected but controversial biblical scholar who teaches at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. Ehrman grew up very conservative, attending both Wheaton College and Moody Bible Institute, but his study of the New Testament began to give him doubts, and much of his extensive publishing, including a few New York Times bestsellers such as Misquoting Jesus, has been his attempt to examine the process that led to the New Testament we have today. As you read, what I want you to pay particular attention to is the fact that the New Testament as we have it today was not a historical given. It could have looked very different than it does, and indeed it almost did. The process that determined what made it in and out of our canon was a long one, not being completed until 3 centuries after Jesus' death, and you may be surprised to find out what the criteria were. It's a fascinating history, and I hope you enjoy it. In addition, you'll notice that I have also offered to you this week a video of Bart Ehrman being interviewed by none other than Stephen Colbert. So you're bound to enjoy something this week. Enjoy.